Okay, so what are we doing?
It's dark. We're entering Phantomland.
Yes.
Is there anybody on the street?
You do not see anybody on the street. It is dark.
Okay, well, as we approach the town, I'll disguise myself, per usual.
Hey guys, it's
Just
getting,
has the
it's
smell.
getting late.
It's been
Maybe
a
we
few days.
should get some rooms.
Oh yeah, the smell. Shit.
And we can get some beer while we're there as well.
Do we don't notice anyone on the street as we walk towards the inn? Varric is I'm sorry, Rustin.
I thought we said we were this.
It's extra cautious.
Huge.
Everybody knows!
Craig, need I remind you, we need to be somewhat cautious.
I'll keep an eye out, but to be honest, there's no one on the street. It's dark. I'm ready to go to bed too. I don't think we'll be leaving the inn anytime soon.
Right.
Yeah.
I lean against the wall where I can see the door.
If we're doing a drinking game, I'm going to walk around to the patrons and ask them if they've heard about any other like bounties or anything. If there's anything else adventurers are wanted for.
Okay. Well, you guys, when you actually enter the Stonehill Inn, it seems much more somber than usual. It's not as rowdy, not as cheerful. There's still the same amount of people, and there are no red-cloaked individuals besides Lucan.
Yeah, I'm talking to people. You see me talking.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to eavesdrop then.
I mean, you can just walk with them.
Yeah.
I
He
don't
doesn't want to be
wanna-
associated with me.
You see the non-midget innkeeper's wife. You ask her, and she says, well, I don't have any work per se, but these, and she's going to kind of look around the room, look back at you and kind of whisper, these thugs have been cracking down on the local populace. So she'll just say, a few days ago, Thel, the woodcarver, if you haven't met him, tried standing up to a couple of them. He, his wife, and his children have been missing since. Some townsfolk saw him stand up, and no one has seen him since. So it's if you have some free time, it would be lovely if you could look.
Where are these thugs located? Where's their meeting place?
They stay more towards the east side of town by the old manor. She's gonna kind of look up to the sky and say, thank the gods that they chose the sleeping giant instead of us to favor.
Why has the townmaster not done anything?
She's just kind of shrug her shoulders and say, I'm not sure. He's always been crotchety, but he usually does right by the town.
Okay. Well, very well. We'll look into that.
Aurek, I actually had a proposition.
Oh yeah? What's that?
What if we camp it out tonight?
Oh no.
Camping out?
Yeah.
Like out in the woods? I don't know if that's
Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily safe. If we have to wake up in a hurry, I'd rather be nearby Varric just to so we're all together.
Well, Vark, we could camp out by the lake.
I don't know. I'd rather stay inside tonight. We've been outside on the outdoors camping for a while now, a few days. So
True that, but I just,
it'll be nice to have a comfortable bed.
miss camping out in the safe woods without any orc attacks.
Me and Kragic will share a room.
Yeah, I'll pay for it this time, Rustin.
Thank you.
Just knock 3 times when you're gonna come in.
Yeah, as we head upstairs, are you going upstairs now?
Yeah.
We're seen whispering to each other in Orcish. Orc.
We're not going to the tap house tonight.
The inn is the tap house.
No,
It
it's
is
not.
Oh,
The inn
correction.
is the inn that has a bar, but it is not.
The sleeping
tap
giant
house.
is the tap house.
Correct.
It might be something better kept for the morning when we have daylight on our side. Listen, brother, the way I see it, I'll protect you out in the wilds and in the caves against orcs, and then you protect me in the cities here.
Same old, friend.
You get my back, I'll get yours.
Let's retire until our business to the hour of our business. Okay, so before everyone wakes up and after everyone goes to sleep, me and Kragic would like to sneak out to the woodcutter's house.
You don't know where the woodcutter's house is.
It's a good idea, Kragic.
I mean, we're gonna be here for a few days anyway.
The map doesn't say woodcarver's house on it that we can...
No.
We don't have
Damn.
map of Candlein.
Useless map.
Why would you have
Also,
a map
you
that
don't have
labels
the
everything?
map. Your map is garbage that you have because you
It's
made
not
it.
garbage. It's just
My map is good.
it's like Apple Maps versus
It's not
Google
of
Maps.
this
It'll
town.
still get you there.
Specific.
Anyway,
Barely.
so I guess we rest until the morning.
Okay, Kefir, you wanted to wake up early, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just classic, become a lizard or some shit, sneak out the window, go to the lake by myself. I think I'm not a lizard anymore, and I would like to attempt my best to kind of do something nasty and skin the shaman orc's skull so I just get the bones and not skin and blood and shit. And then I would like to wash it and then reattach it to my shield with vines and stuff. Its other heads are staying attached to my side by their, like, hair. And I also have the ogre head, like, in my backpack or something. Because we need proof to say that we cleared the cave.
What is everybody else doing when they wake up?
When we wake up, I'll go downstairs and just hang out at the bar.
Shower, dick comparison, toast.
I'm gonna go downstairs and see if anyone else wants to go to Barthen's with me.
What is toast? 2 copper again?
Yes.
You're the town master.
Brother, you got breakfast?
Yeah, I'll pay for breakfast.
Nice. After being out on the trail, it's nice to have some delicacies.
How much does an egg cost? Can we call it a silver and be even?
2 dozen eggs is 2 copper.
All right. But I wanted to cook it. We're gonna say that it's a silver,
Okay.
and that we have a fuck ton of eggs and bread for 1 silver.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, a full loaf of bread is 2 copper.
Then eggs and bread for everyone.
Rustin, how hungry are
1
you?
silver. Yeah, 1 silver.
I don't think even I can eat this much food.
Well, it's not for. It's for everyone.
Yeah. That's very nice of you to be buying food for these people that we just met a few days ago.
Well, it's been
I
like.
want Castian to do his like normal morning like bath thing, but this time when he gets out, take like some of that perfume that we found and like put some behind his ears and like
Okay. You smell ravishing.
When Mattis gets up, I'm gonna do my normal morning meditation stuff with the window and the sun and stuff. Can I try and recall the place I was banished to? Well, I don't know if I was banished there, but the place I disappeared to.
You know it was some kind of magic. You're not really quite sure what, but you know that there was no feeling of a god or no religious symbols. It was just a very, very expanse, lush plain.
And then after that, just pack up and come down.
Hey everybody, so come join us at the table.
Good morning.
Good morning. We have 2 silvers worth of eggs and toast for you guys.
Yeah,
1
it's a
silver.
lot.
1 silver's worth.
Calm down.
It's too much.
There's no way I can eat this all on my own. Please join us.
Oh, thank you.
So about these red brands, we should watch out for them. These are probably the people that we've been warned about.
Yeah, probably. We should probably watch out for them.
Damn it.
I think first things first, we need to go by the town master and get our reward, and then ask him about these thugs, and ask why he hasn't done anything.
Well, if I recall, wasn't he the one who brought the thugs in and hired them? James, can you
so.
co-sign that? I recall either the woodcarver or someone we spoke to when we arrived in Phandalin mentioning that the mayor was either complacent or that he brought them in to take care of the town, or that they were somehow related.
Maybe from another campaign, not this one.
Oh shit!
I could have. No, it was
Dun,
definitely.
dun, dun.
I don't remember that, but I don't know.
Then.
Yeah, let's just go talk to him. We can ask him all the questions we want. Yeah.
It's good.
Okay, I'll follow you, Varg.
Rustin.
Rustin.
Is everyone?
Do we have the proof?
Yes, we do.
Where's
Oh,
Kefir
it's
with
on.
all the
It's on that
heads?
big
On the
guy.
lake.
He's in his room. Did anybody check his room?
Oh yeah, we should go. Someone go check his room. I don't want to check it again. 'Cause he always disappears when I go. I think he doesn't like me that much.
Thaumaturgy?
The-
Come down to the tavern.
Wow, why do you have to be so loud?
I throw an extra silver to the innkeeper's wife, who I assume is the one helping us, because I pity her having to deal with this fucking buffoon of a man, of an elf.
With her men.
Okay.
Oh, no,
there
we
is
were
no-
told keep an eye out for the town master and the guards, quote unquote. They call themselves the Red Brands. Some people have very similar attire. A few George. That's it.
Oh, okay, that's where I got it from then.
They've been here for a week. They're definitely not a boon to the town.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, Kefir does not come downstairs.
There he is.
So I want to like walk up to Kefir's room and like knock on it, and wait a little bit, and I'll like knock some more, and then I'll yell, I'll be like Kefir, Kefir.
There is no response.
Okay, I'm gonna go back downstairs to
there
the
it is.
table then. Hey guys, it seems like his door is locked. I can't get in there without breaking down the door. If one of you can open up the door, we can see if he's there. Otherwise, there is a place I know that he likes to go to. I can see if he's there.
I crack my knuckles. I can. I know my way. My cousin was a locksmith.
You could ask the innkeepers if they have an extra key to the room.
Is anyone working at the bar right now?
Yeah, the innkeeper's wife.
Okay. I'm gonna go walk up to her and be like, hi, I'm so sorry to bother you, but I think our friend has overslept and we kind of have a lot to do today. Do you perhaps have an extra key to his room so we could go wake him up?
I do, but she's gonna kind of eye you suspiciously. If someone's in their room, they should have their own privacy.
Well, he's our friend. I've known him since we were
Dangerous.
children, I promise.
I won't do that.
We were basically raised together. I mean, we took baths together when we were young, so.
She says, "Well, it is wonderful that you have kept in touch for so long, but when someone buys their own room, they have their own room. You'll have to just wait, unfortunately."
Up there.
Well, or Krakek said he. You said that you may know where he is.
Yes, there's a barn that we've gone to a couple times.
I don't know how long it would take me to do that thing with the head, but after that I would like to ritual cast locate animals and plants.
Okay, you find lots of animals and lots
Well,
of
no,
plants.
I specify like what I want to find, but I would like to find a rat.
Within 5 miles.
Well, I need to. I want to find the
4.5 miles away.
the closest rat. I'm assuming there are rats in the town.
Yeah, you find. I don't know. You find one in these over here.
Boom! Animal friendship. And I would like to have it on my person. And
You're gonna have the rat on your person.
yeah, It's my new friend. And after I did the same with the rat, I would probably go back to the inn.
So
And
is Kefir going to the inn and we're going to the pond?
I think so.
Yeah.
Would we,
Sorry guys, he's not here. This is usually where he comes to bathe and play with animals.
do we see evidence of a flayed orc skull?
Yes.
Some shit
But what
floating
the
in the
fuck is
lake.
that? Is that from the?
He ate the orc. Oh my god.
Skin and blood all over the place.
This guy's disgusting.
Ugh.
Can you trust him? Well, he has our money. Let's go find him.
Where would he
We
go?
see the skin. Where's the skull?
I guess we could
Maybe
go
he's
back.
wearing it?
I eat bones.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
Let's get away from here while we still can.
Yeah, I don't want to be connected to this.
Oh.
Where's all the flayed orc skin?
Most of it is like on the riverbank.
Can I use Mage Hand
We
to pick it
take-
up and fling it into the field as far as I can?
Sure.
Alright, well,
Uh.
I guess we have nowhere to go but back, and hopefully maybe he was in his room?
Yeah, maybe we can check
Sure.
again.
You want to go back to the inn?
Yep, same.
I went back to my room, and I would like to spend the amount of time it took them to get there, which I'm guessing is not a lot, to like start bonding with the rat, so it trusts me more, and we are like buds now and stuff.
Alright, so, as we enter the Stonehill Inn, I ask if has our companion returned? Or come from his room?
There's a lot of people in and out. I don't really
Alright,
pay very close attention.
yeah, but it's not like it's your job or anything. I make my way up to. I guess. Do I even know what room Kefir's in?
Yeah, we knocked on
Yeah,
his door.
I think we know.
I'm
Yeah, we
I
know.
came up
Alright.
with you also. I'm coming up with you as well.
For the method of evaluation, you can find out.
I guess I hear like random rat squeaks.
Yeah. I mean, you guys hear.
Okay.
Some whispering.
Alright, I'm knocking on the door. Kefir, wake up!
Yeah, I look out. Yeah, what are we doing?
We wanted to get our reward from the town master, but we need you
Oh,
to come with us
yeah.
for that. Where have you
Okay,
been, by the way? We tried
in
knocking
my
earlier.
room.
Sorry?
I went for an early swim and then came back.
Yeah, that would explain.
Yeah. Speaking of, are you full?
Full?
Yeah,
Did you
like
get to eat food?
did
We had
you-
a nice breakfast this morning.
Well, I ate some good berries with my new bot, and I make the rat come out of my sleep and like say hello.
Whoa!
His name is Gerald.
what did Gerald eat?
Can we
Oh.
just go?
Gerald also. ate some good berries.
We
You're
may
not there,
be-
Castian.
Yeah, there may
we're
be a
not there.
sociopath with us. I'm
Let them
sorry that we're
roleplay.
a little concerned. So, I'm gonna just cut right to it because I don't relatively know if you're intelligent enough to really pick up what I'm putting down here. What's with all the orc leavings at the river?
Oh, I washed the heads a little bit. Don't want to walk around with such
Right.
filth. Want them to have in presentable manner as we.
Well, at least now they don't smell as bad. Okay, let's make our way. Let's just get our reward and get on with it then.
Okay. So you guys, all meet up again and head to the Town Master's Hall. Okay. You find yourself in front of the Town Master's Hall with an ogre head and a few orc heads. As everybody heads in, Varric, you hear a familiar voice that says, "There you are, my boy."
Look, it's one of them. It's one of the red cloaks.
Hi. Have you mistaken me for someone else, sir?
He's gonna chuckle and just say, "Do you prefer Rustin in this venture?"
I knew it.
I knew we should have killed you. Well, as long as we're fucked, let's find out how fucked we are. How can I help you, Boren? To what do I owe this monumental pleasure?
As far as I recall, you You owe me something.
Hmm,
A sort of
have to-
payment.
All right, what do we owe?
Well, you stole from us.
Is it really stealing when you steal something that was already stolen?
Yes. You stole from us. You injured my men. And you disgraced.
As you
I'm
laugh.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm it's been a long couple days or weeks. There's been some blood loss. Didn't Aurek beat you with a dwarf?
Yes, he did.
Oh God. Oh, sorry.
Oh
You'll have to
yeah,
pardon
that's
me.
the guy.
Mm. Right. Well, about that, I run.
I follow him.
What?
Okay.
I don't.
So you
I don't
guys
react. I
You
just
guys
walk
watch as
forward.
Eric and Ulrich sprint out of the door.
Okay, guys, see you later. We're gonna get their work on.
Where's our
we don't,
car?
we
I'm
don't know them.
heading,
We don't
like-
know them.
Like straight to the cart.
Born is going to address all of you, and he'll say, "I see you all came in here with those two. Do you know who they are?"
Not really.
A traveling merchant and his trusty companion.
Boren's gonna laugh at
I
the,
laugh with
the
him.
notion of that. There's a debt to be paid.
Like it's like 5 gold. 'Cause I hate it when people borrow money from me. Honestly.
No, it was quite a bit more than that. And the blow to the pride was, it's worth more than gold.
I can actually calculate.
Are you like hiring people to hunt them down?
Because we know where they are.
Yeah, we like know them really. We like know where they would be.
And this is how you guys come to make new characters.
Can I play as Vela?
He'll say, no, I think my men can take care of it.
Okay, cool. Well, it was nice meeting you.
Just know that if he disappears, we'll find him eventually, but in the meantime, we'll still be needing our payment.
Okay, we'll tell him that. I reach out to shake his hand.
He will shake your hand and squeeze your hand very, very hard and say, he'll look directly in your eyes and say, if he disappears, we'll still be needing our payment. And then he'll let go.
Okay. Well, bye.
Thank you for the clarity.
Yeah, I liked you. You were my favorite person we've met so far.
And he'll walk outside.
I hate that guy. I squeeze my hand really hard. Who does that? It's fucked
You're
up.
the
In Zakara,
definition.
that's a sign of war.
Really?
So, Townmaster?
Yeah, you see him in his usual spot, feet up on the desk eating.
I awkwardly drop the heads on the desk.
We brought the heads. Yay. We killed
All
the
right.
orcs.
He's gonna look at you with a look that just says, "Really?"
Have you heard anything about the woodcarver? I'm gonna like whisper this to him.
I heard he disappeared. He won't
But-
whisper.
Okay. Mm,
Where did he disappear from?
his house, man.
You might not have the details.
From, as far as I know, it was from his home. That is what the people who witnessed him arguing with these Red Brands, I think they call themselves.
And Cashin like lean in and say, I heard he was stolen out of his house at night by goblins.
Oh, he'll kind of look interested and say, "Oh well, no one else has said anything about it. Where did you hear that information?"
Somebody at the what was it called?
Okay. He'll quickly he'll stop counting the coins and quickly bring out his like a sheet of parchment and like a charcoal stick and say, I was maybe not the best of friends, but I know personally the woodcarver. Do you remember who said this?" And he'll kind of look at you
Oh.
expectantly.
It was Migsby, the dragonborn woman with the little crutch. She always wanders around by the well. Do you know her? Migsby?
He's gonna look at you very oddly and say, "There's no dragonborn in town.
Oh no. I
Or were you maybe drunk?" He's gonna kind of lean in and say, he'll whisper, "You guys on that halfling pipeweed?"
anyways, so the 100 gold. Can we get that? We'll be out of your hair for the rest of the day.
So, Migsby the Dragonborn told you goblins stole
Yep. Migsby the dragonborn with the crutch. She has purple hair.
purple
White.
hair. A white Dragonborn with purple hair
Very rare.
by a
Yes.
well with a crutch.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Localized
look at
in your
you
kitchen.
and write this down.
Thank you. I'm glad you're reporting on.
Thank you. Kind of, I'll say questioningly, and finish counting out the gold. And he will hand you all a sack of 100 gold and
Alright.
say, "Thank you for your service."
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So on the question I originally asked, I meant where is the woodworker's house?
Oh, it's just due south of here. There's a sign out front.
Thank you.
Really?
It says woodcarver's
I didn't
house.
say- yeah,
Missing.
I
You
didn't
didn't say
say
you can't look for
you
it.
couldn't look for it. I just said you didn't know where it was. You guys are going to the cart?
We are beelining straight to the cart.
Okay, yeah. Vala's kind of just nosing off in the back of the cart.
Seeing Vala reminds me, Varek, that we made some good friends here. They really helped us out in a pinch.
Okay. We've also made a lot of really, really bad enemies, and they happen to be here too. So what's your point?
Maybe they can help us out. I think we should stick around for a bit before we run off.
Are you having a stroke?
Oh no, Aurek, no. We have to get the hell out. Are you crazy?
I don't think
If
I'm
he
crazy.
brought his whole, part of the hand, we can't do. It doesn't matter how many friends we have. We need to get the hell out of here.
You really think he's gonna bring the full force here to this?
Yes, you beat him with a dwarf.
Well, he deserved it.
We literally stole his shit. In fact, you might be wearing his armor. And he
and
knew
the
we were
weapon.
here. So he's obviously prepared for this. So you're not going to get in the cart?
I don't think we would make it very far. Like, we already had trouble on the road. Having our friends could help us a lot.
Damn it, Aurek. All right.
Oh my god.
Not.
Mhm.
And so we're going here, Aurek. And so we leave town, but circle around to where I mentioned you.
Straight to the
After we bolt away from town, I'd like to make a perception check to see if we're being followed. Oof. I ask, or do you see anyone? I don't see anyone. I don't see you either, apparently.
I'll like grab your arm, like I'm over here. Pull him towards
All
you.
right. Then I want to stealthily try to travel back to where I mentioned to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless you
I
guys
want
had
to-
any other business.
In by the arm and like be like, what is your problem?
See, the thing is, he was writing down who was spreading like rumors about what happened, and he was probably going to report that to the town master. So we should probably be quiet because we don't want to get our friends in trouble.
We weren't going to tell him anything true.
I very much worried you were going to say who told us in the first place where the woodcarver disappeared, or that the woodcarver disappeared. I mean, I don't see the point of throwing him off the tail of the red brands. Like, I don't know what we gain out of that. Because either the town master is like allowing the red brands to do as they want and he doesn't care, or like, I don't know. It's not like we're the red brands. I mean, are you a red brand?
Wear those tacky ass red cloak.
Anyways, where do y'all want to go? I don't know where Varric and
Well-
Kragic and Rustin went. I need to go by Barthen's if y'all want to go.
Yeah, I'll come with.
Okay.
Also on the way, I would like to introduce the party to. Fuck, what's his name?
You see him look at you, but he doesn't say anything.
Are you flirting with a shopkeeper to get a discount? God.
Yeah, what are you,
So
some
low.
slut? Did we pass by the cart when we were walking to Barthen's? I don't know where we parked it.
It
Do you think
was
they took our cart?
Yeah, well, if we didn't...
Watching us.
I just said you guys saw them looking at you.
All right,
You
so
guys can do whatever you
we start heading northwest then.
Okay. As you start moving, they start moving closer to you.
Oh, gee.
Okay, they're
Okay.
following us. What are you trying to do, brother?
I don't know if we can shake them.
If they keep following us like this, we're gonna have to confront them.
Turn this way and start sprinting down the road, and directly in front of you are two more.
Uh-oh. Do you think
And-
they're
Dick James.
One of them, I mean, you rolled an 8 on perception. Come on.
Yeah.
The one's just going to shake his head, and the other one's going to say, "Where do you think you're running?"
B. Fuck it. I mean, are we fight or flight, dude?
let's run.
Both of you are netted and fall to the ground.
Oh, no.
They're going to walk over and kind of squat down, and the other two are going to get over and say, "Maybe you should stay in town for a little bit."
I mean, I'm just
Just what do you
trying
think
to
you're
take
gonna do with
a
us?
bath.
We're just keeping you in town. That's all we were told to do.
Who told you this? Who told you to do this?
He's going to just kind of look over to Rustin and say, "Who do you think is doing this?"
Yeah.
How much is he paying you? I'll double the price.
Oh shit.
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh.
Okay. He'll say, "Well, I guess you could try to pay us off. Maybe we didn't see you, but there are 4 of us."
Well, are you the leader? You're the one that's talking to me.
The other 3 are going to pipe up and say, "Oh, we were just not interrupting."
Oh.
They're gonna think for a minute as you guys are restrained on the ground by these nets. They're just gonna kind of look to each other two of them are going to kind of go off to the side and start whispering and everything. They'll come back and say, how about 40 gold? And we'll say we didn't see you.
Say to Varric and Aurek, will be like, hey, maybe what do you think we should do? Do you think we should just stay in town and see what happens, or do you think we could bribe these people and get out of here? What are your thoughts?
Maybe we should hear Bourne out. I mean, how much could we potentially owe him?
Worst comes to worst, we could always just hit him with another dwarf.
We need to find God first.
I don't necessarily know if I trust these guys. Who's to say we give them 40 gold and they just take us back to Bourne anyway?
I mean,
Plus,
if they
we
wanted
don't
our gold, they would kill us themselves.
we don't have any gold in us. The party has all of our gold.
Oh right. I guess we're stuck then. Let's just.
Yeah, sorry,
follow them
we're
in.
broke.
He's going to look at you with slanted eyes and say, I don't know about that. Sticky Fingers usually always has a backup.
Well, I do have a backup, actually. We're traveling with a noble, and I was planning at the first chance to kind of lighten his purse string just a little bit.
Fucker.
He's going to ruffle through you, both of you, and take your gold.
That's against the law.
Okay.
I'm changing to lawful good.
Does it tickle?
I can't do a sleight of
No.
hand to try to shift it around or anything?
You are restrained by a net.
Okay, it's a net.
That doesn't tickle. All right, where are you
My
taking
hands
us?
aren't tied behind my back.
And he's going to exclaim, huh. You had more than enough gold. Would have been wise just to pay it and be gone. And they're going to unnet you and escort you back to town. So yeah, they brought you to the middle of town and said, maybe next time don't run out on Bourne. And I would advise that you pay what you owe. Thank you for the gold, by the way, and the platinum. Very kind.
We'll get that back. Just you wait.
But at this point, you guys are still at Barthen's.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we make our way to the cart.
Well, I guess I pick back up my water skin.
And the
I
berry.
didn't see it. Oh my
Is
god.
Vala still there?
Something good that did.
Yeah, Vala's still there.
I'll pet Vala. Rub.
Well, a few minutes later, then you guys, after you get back from Barthen's, you guys see Varric and Aurek chilling at the cart.
Like, you guys, this is like the worst place to hide.
Yeah, they're gonna find you in no time.
They already did.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So, are you like in prison now or something?
Hey, what's going on?
They won't let us leave town.
That's okay. I kind of like this place.
It's not bad here.
Oh, here's your gold, and I hand them both 15 gold.
Thanks.
You want to hold on to that one for me?
Okay.
Have a discussion now about what's happening, or
Speak your mind.
Why'd you?
So
steal
he's
from
not
me?
your father.
Yeah, he's not. I'm not your dad. That was a theory we were messing with, you know.
Well, I'd like to assume Bourne's not my father. Unfortunately, my mother had a lot of suitors. Although I don't know if he could afford her.
I mean, you don't know he's not your father.
So he is your
I know.
father. Oh yes.
take all this means that your business back in Neverwinter isn't doing so well?
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay.
That man is mean. He's a bad guy.
What'd y'all
Yeah.
take from him?
Open them.
I put my crossbow and put it to the side, and then I go more or less everything else.
Hmm.
Armor, weapons.
Where did it all go? Does he still have? You just took his like stuff?
I mean,
or
he
what?
sold some of it.
Oh.
Oh, I gestured at Castian's bow. that
Does he-
Castian, you
that
stole
bow
that?
too. No, he
I didn't
just
know
was
Castian's
unlucky
wrapped
enough
up.
to buy it after we fenced it. Well, I suppose there's no time like the present, to be honest with you guys. Your best bet is probably to just leave us be. Nothing good will happen with continuing with us in your party.
I mean, you're stuck in this town anyway, so you might as well hang out with us. Or else, like...
I don't think you understand Born or the Five Fingers. The less you have to do with us, the better.
Well, we do have to get him back what he's owed.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
He wants to kill us.
We do. No
No.
reason you all need to get caught up in our mess.
He made it clear if
made
you
it clear.
didn't, he would find us instead.
Yeah. So, like, yeah.
Well,
I think we're tied in.
Yeah.
all right, well, I guess you paid for a story. As you've probably gathered, Rustin is not my real name.
What?
It's
I'm
true.
Varric.
But then who
I
was
guess-
Rustin? Did you steal that too?
No, I'm pretty good with pen and paper, and you see enough identification, you can kind of get by on what you know. And
Did
more or less,
Kragic know?
his name's actually Aurek.
I knew that.
Oh.
How did you guys know?
I'll cut out the jury bits about my upbringing and the mean streets of Neverwinter and never having a real good opportunity as a horse son, especially after your mother gets murdered in front of you. It kind of sticks with you a little bit. We kind of found each other, and it's not easy getting out of Neverwinter, especially when you're in the rungs that we're in. So we kind of adapted to ways of surviving, and we don't like stealing from our own. But you know, we figured stealing from criminals isn't necessarily evil. We got pretty good at it. I've robbed a few nobles here and there. They have more money than they know what to do with anyway, so it's a victimless crime, really. But our goal was to get out of Neverwinter, which we thought we accomplished. Unfortunately, Boren didn't take kindly to our exit. The bit about him being knocked out by a dwarf actually isn't hyperbole. And I gesture over to Orc. He actually did that. It's pretty funny.
Smushy, smushy.
But long story short, yeah, we did kind of steal from them. But you don't understand what it's like. I mean, we have nothing. We've had nothing. We had no other way to go. I don't have some noble family or some gilded entertainer contract or anything that you guys were given. The only thing I have is this bow and this ring.
I have
And-
nothing either.
and probably,
I came here with nothing. I was kidnapped when I got here. I'm only here because bad circumstance.
Point being,
Just for
we
show.
owe you-
I like to look cool.
we owe you a debt of honor. So, whatever you guys need from us, while we're, still breathing, which,
We're stuck in
spoiler
this
alert,
town anyway.
probably not going to be that much longer. Let us know what we can do.
I suggest we start by petting Bella. She's been a good girl.
Good idea.
by petting Vala.
I'm going to slam down my pot next to the cart and start throwing incense and just do it in broad daylight. But before I do that, you drop to this guy's self. Yeah, I'm just gonna be myself. So, yep.
Whoa, big guy.
That's not the Furbolg.
Whoa, big guy.
Whoa, guy.
Start making a list of stuff that we need to get back to this man.
I don't know how much money would assuage his pride. It seems like he's dead set on trying to kill us for what we did to him.
He's not gonna let us pay him back and live. But
Yeah.
a dead man pays no debts, so you
Didn't
can be
you say
certain
that-
he'll work us.
You say you've been caught already?
Yeah. They caught us
Well-
on the trail out of town.
Could have gotten away if we took the cart.
Well,
Just
now
saying.
we're
You would
on the
steal
cart
my
now.
cart?
I'll borrow it. We'd bring it back.
What about?
Made it clear that he's willing to steal.
Look, I have a theory. So, the finger guy was in the town hall, so it means he might be kind of related to the town's master boy. And Sildar was also there, so he's like friends with them. So maybe if we go find Gundren, they will like not hate you anymore. Maybe they're friends.
Sildar wouldn't be involved
Is
with
it a
these.
tap house?
A member of the Lord's Alliance wouldn't degrade themselves.
Do you think he's evil? He's like a double agent.
Oh shit.
That's why he doesn't care about Gundren being missing. This is a lie. I know we haven't talked to him about it, but
Anything's possible.
this is pretty deep.
Yeah, I don't like this whole we're digging, being involved into something much beyond this.
Well, these same red cloaks are the ones that have been causing trouble for the town.
Yeah, so why doesn't Town Master do anything about it? And why is Sildar just sitting there?
I don't think you understand the scope of the Five Fingers. He may not have a choice in it, or it's pretty lucrative, I could imagine.
It's 5 fingers, one guy. Is that Bourne?
No, there's 5 crime bosses. Bourne's one
So
of them.
there's 4 more Borans here? Or did
Probably
you just...
not here. They do business elsewhere. I know there's
Okay.
one up in Luskin. I would imagine there's one in Waterdeep. He's the finger of Neverwinter.
The little pinky finger.
I think he's the ring finger. I've only seen his stone once, but finger's a
Middle
finger.
finger.
He's certainly not the middle finger.
No, more like the ring finger.
The one between the
That would be the ring finger, yes.
Wait, who has the
I
pointer
don't wear a lot of
finger?
rings.
Are you the pointer finger because you point for Aurek?
It's a double up.
The Illuminati.
Is
Well,
Aurek a finger?
I understand your skepticism, but believe you me, I would not be dealing with that congealed mass of scum.
Yeah.
If any of you figure yourselves to be good or righteous people, believe you me, these guys deserve what's coming to them.
What is coming to them?
Well, if there is a god, which at this point I'm kind of certain there's reason to believe that they may not be the most friendly people. But I don't know what god would be on their side. If you think what they're doing in this town is bad, you should see Neverwinter.
Is what they're doing in this town bad?
Yes.
Well, they're kidnapping people.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know that.
Yeah, they
Have been-
kidnapped the
Yes, we do.
woodcarver. That's enough reason for me to go kill them all.
Again, you really don't want to incur the wrath of the Five Fingers. However, there's 4 particular guards. If we were to dispatch some of them, I wouldn't mind revisiting.
Yeah. Me neither.
Where'd they go?
They went out to the outside of town.
Oh,
I
Well, I'm
really
busy
don't think
making-
it's a good idea to start killing people. Just
I'm busy
throwing
making a
that-
cake right now.
Massacre!
throwing that out there.
have
I
to make this
imagine
cake.
Boren brought his crew up here. As to
Right.
why he would leave Neverwinter, though, is a pretty good question.
Are we all outside right now?
We're all at the cart.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
we should go
We had-
to talking in one of the rooms.
But if you,
I have a
if you
hot
remember,
pot.
the Sleeping Giant is where the Red Cloaks are headquartered.
No, they're at
actually
the
at the tap house.
Hard proof that they're the ones kidnapped the wood carver.
It's good enough
Um,
proof for me.
I mean,
Sure, there was someone saying that the woodcarver stood up to Red Cloak, and
And
he got
proof
taken.
the
thing is.
Sure.
Believe you me,
Everyone's in the room.
we certainly bruised Bourne's ego, but he wouldn't take this many people to come chase us. I mean, the cost of relocating and abandoning those businesses in Neverwinter to bring this many men out, it's probably more than what we owe him. So he's got to be here for something else. It's just a happy coincidence he ran into us.
you think it's something bigger's afoot? More dastardly?
Well, don't Bourne for a while, and there's one thing that he likes over his pride, which is piles of money.
What money is there to be have in a town like this, where the miners' exchange is the biggest part of it?
I have no goddamn idea, but I bet I know who does.
Well, we know the Red Cloaks have been paying special attention to the manor. Maybe there's some riches there that they're holding on to.
Again, Aurek, I appreciate your particular style of avoiding any type of rudimentary thinking and just going straight to the point. But I don't think charging into a manor is the best of our idea right now.
I don't suggest that either. That sounds like a horrible idea.
All right, I'm good.
I don't know. You guys have any ideas?
If we're trying to investigate the connections they have, Hallwinter is in the town master's hall, and so was Bourne. We saved
He left
him.
it.
He might be willing to tell us what he knows.
hmm
I guess I should go talk to Boren to see what we owe.
We should all go together. I don't want to be left without backup.
No, this
I
is
don't feel comfortable with that.
Okay, Castian stays behind with Vala.
this is a conversation with me and Boren. Orc, I can't deny you coming, but I suggest the rest of you go talk to Sildar. The less you
Well-
involve yourselves with us, the better.
Is Bourne gonna be in the town hall, or are we just gonna be in the same room having side-by-side conversations?
Well, he left the town.
Yeah,
I assume
don't
he'd
know
be
where
at the
he is.
Sleeping Giant.
Well,
Well, I don't want to go to the Sleeping Giant alone.
Alright, so we make our way to the Sleeping Giant, knock on the door. Do I notice that the dwarf that Oric threw?
Is this dwarf there? Is there a dwarf there?
No, there is a dwarf, but it is not the same dwarf.
Okay.
The dwarf is behind the counter.
You want to lead the way, brother?
Hey,
What do you
friends. Looking for Boren. He around?
They're a fairly large human gentleman by the door is just going to kind of grunt and point over in the corner. You see Boren sitting at a table with a very shifty looking individual in a black cloak.
Do I recognize that person?
You see a black cloak.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And I'll gently nudge Barak and I'll be like, he pointed.
Not remember the rule.
I remember.
As soon as you get closer, they stop talking.
Alright.
But the black figure will stand up and leave. And as they leave, you hear no footsteps.
Oh,
Now, I believe we have a debt we need to settle, and, cards on the table. We realize we made a mistake robbing you. wasn't our first choice, but our hope was that we could show you the skills that we have, and bring it back in order to get a more lucrative position. I know you're the finger of Neverwinter, and I'd never want to usurp that position, but certainly somewhat of my skills would have crossed your dossier of potential candidates. But we wanted to make sure that when we came up and asked for the job, that we came with a more fulfilling resume, something that you might be impressed by. Because honestly, I don't see myself as much of a guard or a grunt, lieutenant, pit boss, something like that, something more befitting of my skills. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make good on it yet, because you caught up with us diligently and quickly, and it's pretty impressive, I must say. But I think it warrants to say that the ability to infiltrate one of your strongholds, to trick one of your lieutenants, to make off with some of your goods, I mean, that could be something that would be useful to the Five Fingers.
Yes, it would be. But trust is something you do not garner.
Well, I mean, you've not known me for that long. Certainly we can build trust, and in good trust, I'll let you know that I'm not only working this angle. There is a noble that I travel with that I happen to know is quite well off, and part of his assets were to become your assets. I just hadn't found the appropriate time to procure those. But I'd be glad to share the information I have on him as a show of good faith and trust.
And you met him after you stole from me.
Yeah, like I said, it was a side thing.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know very many elven nobilities that live in Neverwinter, so it's might be worth looking into.
How about we start with you actually paying the debt, Joe?
What do we owe? How much
I
do we owe?
feel 1,000 gold is fair.
Come on, man. You saw what we took. 1,000 gold?
Yes.
How am I supposed to improve my skill and garner you the money that you would like to get when I can't even afford to feed myself?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't care. And if you have all the skill you say you do, it shouldn't be a problem.
Dead man can't pay any debts.
Yes, but the dead man sends a strong message.
To who? The yokels we've been hanging out with for the last week? They don't give a shit about us. Hell, they just figured out we lied to them for the entirety of our relationship. Believe you me, they're not going to stick their necks out for us, and seeing us dead is probably going to be more beneficial to them than good seeing us hanging out.
Yes, but anyone else who tries to get under the skin of the Five Fingers would realize.
And who would know? We're in the middle of
Everyone.
bumfuck nowhere.
Once your head is
Called
hanging
Gandalf.
every winter,
No one knows my head. What
they
am
don't
I
need
but
to.
a bum's child? So who's to say that that head is the head of the person who robbed you?
It could be someone else's head.
Could certainly be someone else's head. Not hard to find a half elf in Neverwinter.
Well, he's going to, in similar fashion to when you had your experience in the little dungeon area, he's going to slam his fist on the table and say, "You have 3 days. 1,000 gold, 3 days. If you don't have it then, we'll kill you."
You'll have it by then.
It seems like a waste, but sure, why not? I mean, we're done. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But before we leave, I want to uh, just just point a finger at the dwarf and wink at him.
Switch over to the other group.
Okay.
So
Like,
we're gonna
go-
go down to the town masters.
So is Sildar here? Still?
Yeah. He's over in the same corner he was before.
I'll greet him. Hello, Sildar.
Hello, dear friend.
I would greet you. He'll kind of stand up and give a little bow and say, "I would greet you by name, but I don't think you ever introduced yourselves."
Oh shit, we're terrible people.
Why? And Castian will like lean forward and like and be like, Elia, Castian, Elia.
He'll reach out and shake your hand, not very roughly, and on the way, right before he drops his hand, say, "Perfume smells nice."
You know.
Thank you so much.
Do like a small head nod bow, and I'll say, Midas.
Give you
I'm Kevin.
a nod to him, and say, "Oh, it is good to finally meet, at least some of you, officially. Now, what may I do for you?"
We've been doing different tasks for a few people around town. We wanted to catch up with you. Have you heard anything about Gundren?
I have not. I tried talking to a few locals, and Gundren's brothers were staying outside of town, but no one has seen them for quite some time.
Yes, I spoke to someone earlier when we first got here in the miners' exchange, and she said the same. Something similar. Well, it's not a great lead to find him.
I know that, and he had told you before that Clarg, the bugbear that you had killed inside the cave when you rescued him, had specifically been ordered to waylay Gundren, and he was supposed to be brought to the Black Spider. So I'm not sure where or who that is, or even what it is, but that would be my guess.
Yes, I believe some of our party members tried to ask about that, but didn't get a lead on that either.
I would assume that they would be with the head of the Cragwalls. I'm not sure where they are, but
Cragmaw.
that was out of character. That was the name of the hideout that you guys found Sildarin. It's the name of the clan of goblins. Or
That was the cave where we put light on Kefir and he used jump and went across to the bridge.
Yeah,
he
we just
jumped
didn't
up across the bridge, and Castian aggroed like 13,000 different mobs.
Yeah. We need to revisit it.
leader. Okay.
Well, on another more interesting note, working here in the Townmaster's Hall, since we brought you back,
Besides sleeping for the night and eating, yes. I've been trying to help keep the town in order. I'm not sure who these red people are, but the town master seems to have accepted some kind of agreement they offered.
Splash in town, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm not sure I think they belong, but right now I'm trying to assist keeping the town in running order and search for my friend. as that is the main reason for me coming here.
Surely that you do hit an earful of gossip here in this. I mean, this is the townmaster's hall.
Some, sure, but usually I keep to myself and do work diligently.
Such a straight lace you are. Have you heard anything about the wood carver?
I know he has disappeared with his family.
Strangest thing. No, I heard they were kidnapped by goblins.
That is interesting. Have you told any of the clerks or the townmaster?
I was talking to this one, and he'll like gesture over, but he didn't seem like he was too interested in say. Well, I was do you know if there's been any kind of investigation into what happened to the wood carver?
I have asked the townmaster to try to look into it.
There's some sort of just like, general town law enforcement, or are they stuck with the gentleman in the tacky red outfits?
Okay.
There's just the red cloak people.
There's really just the red cloaks. There are a few guards standing inside the entrance of the town hall. 2 of them, to be exact. And he'll say there's those 2. There's 2 that switch watches with them. The rest of them have been unfortunately lost to the goblins who had invaded a few weeks back.
All right. Well, hey, if you hear any more news about Gundren, you let us know.
I will do my best.